Hurricane Mitch. Hurricane Mitch developed on the starting from the 22nd of October 1998 in the Caribbean, going then over Central America till the 5th November, then hitting Florida. And going there over Central America, in Nicaragua and Honduras, it made devastating damage and 25,000 people died and 1.5 million people became homeless. So by a hurricane there is the sun shining over the sea for a long time. A lot of water is rising up, air and damp water, the air and damp air is rising up and cooling then down, and clouds form, many clouds, and then there's wind blowing a lot out, many clouds, lots of rain. And when the hurricane can move, and when there's a lot of rain, a lot of wind, strong tides, and that hit then Central America with Nicaragua and Honduras, and within 5 days or a week, 1 meter of rain fell, more than in other cases in a whole year. And that caused then a lot of water going down the mountainsides and then landslides. The whole side of the mountain going down, and many people had houses on them, and then many people died. A lot of infrastructure was destroyed, banana and coffee plantations and agriculture was destroyed, and also the roads, when even if not destroyed, were destroyed, so exporting the materials became then a problem. So making a lot of damage to many people lost their lives, more than 1 million people became homeless, and the things were destroyed, the exports were destroyed, the economy was hit, and so on. And with a hurricane moving over it, that was it. That was Hurricane Mitch, according to Geography by Jane Ferretti and Brian Goresley on the page 39. The positions that views expressed are the ones of the sources, not necessarily aligned with our own or the ones of the entity spoken.
Hi and welcome. I am trying to learn meteorology. Today, Hurricane Mitch. And after we've done it, we're going to do stretching. And if you're participating in the stretching, then it's already on risk. And we're talking about a disaster which killed thousands of people. Hurricane Mitch. In November 1998, Hurricane Mitch devastated Honduras and Nicaragua, both in Central America. Honduras is there and Nicaragua there, both in Central America. Two of the world's poorest countries. It caused thousands of deaths and made hundreds of thousands of people homeless. Its long-term impacts will last well into the 21st century. 1998 there was a big hurricane, and it was in Central America and in Nicaragua and Honduras. It made great damage, killing thousands of people, making hundreds of thousands of people homeless, with damage which has its effects for decades. Hurricane Mitch, which is one of the most violent hurricanes on record, developed in late October 1998 and was dragged across the Caribbean Sea. The people of Nicaragua and Honduras did not have much warning, and in any case could have done little to protect themselves. Not early or not many people were warned, and they also had no possibility to protect so much. Damage was caused by strong winds of up to 300 kilometers per hour, high tides, large waves, and heavy rain. Heavy rain, large waves, tides, and wind of 300 kilometers per hour. The rain, which was unexpected and lasted 5 days, had the most severe impact. In some places over 1 meter fell. More rain in a week than we normally have in a year. Most damage was caused by floods, which swept away everything in their path and causing landslides. The floods destroyed towns, villages, roads, bridges, and buildings, including schools and hospitals. Some children in the region may now grow up without any education. In the weeks following the disaster, there were serious food shortages and problems with disease, as dead bodies were left to rot in the open and water supplies became contaminated. Honduras has a total population of about 5 million people, and 800,000 people were made homeless through the hurricane. So Honduras, there in Central America, there 5 million people living in the 90s, and 1 million of them became homeless, every 5th person, and also 17,000 people in Honduras were killed or died through the landslides and the flood. Hurricane Mitch also devastated farmland. Coffee and banana plantations, 2 important export crops, were destroyed. It takes months for new plants to grow, and this meant long-term problems for the economy. Even where crops could be harvested, the destruction of transport routes meant they could not be taken to the ports for export. Okay, and also the crop was destroyed, banana and coffee, and that to replant takes months or even longer, and even if the transport routes were destroyed, and they have to rebuild as well. And even if now someone wants to bring something, the infrastructure is damaged. LEDC, so the mean countries which have lower economic development as compared to other countries. And the name here, Honduras and Nicaragua, are too poor to build hurricane-proof structures like those you might find in Florida. Okay, they are saying that some people in Florida having the financial possibilities and also the logistic possibilities to build houses which are hurricane safe or places which are hurricane safe. And that most people in Honduras and Nicaragua don't have the financials and the logistics to build that. Many of the houses destroyed in Honduras were flimsy buildings on steep slopes, which were easily washed away. Okay, also the geography maybe makes a difference, and also how the towns are built, that some were built at slopes, and then washed away with the landslides. Early warning systems are also more difficult to manage in countries which have, compared to other countries, a lower economic development, and even if warnings are received, there may be no means of escape. Okay, we read it. If you were here for Meteorology, you can go directly to the next part, and we will go back to the page in the following part, and then you try to make a little presentation saying there about the hurricane and the impact on the region. If you stay here and participate in the stretching, then it's better your homework. Have the feet standing together, open the front foot and the other foot, the heels and the other heels, and so on, as far as you can go. And with the toes in, heels, heels. And up again. Legs to the side. Breathe in the arms up. And out go to the side. In middle. Out to the outside. In middle. Out one hand slides down. Again in. Out one arm. In and out the rib cage. Out and back. In. Out the other arm slides down. Breathe in. Out one arm. Breathe in and out the rib cage. Out and back. The arms up. Out and reach. In. Out and reach. In. Out and down. And shoulder circles in front, up, back and down. And back, up and front and down, and another time. In the shoulders up, out with the foot down. In and up, out and down. And the arms up, and to reach all this with one arm high up. And the legs wide apart, arms to the sides, breathe in. And out go with the upper part of the body over to one side. In middle, out to the other side. In middle, and out lean onto the knees. Breathe in. Out one shoulder in front. Again back. Out the other one in front. And back. And out we're hanging down. Breathe in. Out over to one leg. Again in. Out over to the other leg. Back again. Out back into the middle. And close the feet. Breathe in. And out. Again in. And out comes slowly with a round back up at the top of backwards. Shoulder. And the feet pointing a bit to the outside, in the arms up. And out and sink down, elbows against the inside of the knees. Breathe in and straighten up. And out and come with the back up. Breathe again in. Out and down. In and straighten up. Out come the one straight line up. Hands again down. Have a good standing leg, the heel of the mobile leg on top of it. Breathe in. And out, sink down. And change. And out and down. Feet to the side, breathing around. And out, open the chest to the sky. In and up. Out and down, and up around, in and up. Out. In. Out. In and close the legs. And again out. That was the stretching. I thank you very much, and until next time.